The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus went into the region of Caesarea Philippi, and he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter said in reply, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus said to him in reply, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my heavenly Father. And so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." Then he strictly ordered his disciples to tell no one that he was the Christ. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
I think of the problems that Jesus had with the Pharisees. Jesus loved everyone, including the Pharisees. He spent time with them over in their homes. However, the Pharisees had a problem with Jesus. They thought they were right. They thought they knew better. They were self-righteous. And so Jesus and his love for them could not reach them, could not touch them. They believed they were right, that they were smarter than God. In the gospel today, Jesus asks the question, who do they say that the Son of Man is? Some say John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. That's what they would say back at that time. What would they might say at this time and this age? He's just a spiritual guru. Just someone who was nice, some person who was nice and did good things and said nice things. Or he's a heroic guy who took on the establishment. But who do you say that I am? Who do you say that Christ is in your life? Looking at Christians, I would say that most Christians think they're smarter than Jesus, that they know better. Sure, we go to church and we say some prayers, but as Richard Rohr says, we believe in churchianity, not Christianity. Who in our life is Christ? Do we really listen to ourselves, or do we listen to Christ? Is Jesus right, or are we smarter than Jesus? Jesus is so right about living. Living is about dying to our way of life. What we want out of life. And embracing Jesus' way of life, of letting the Father lead us. Jesus is so right about loving one another. Jesus loved those beyond his immediate circle. Do we love beyond our immediate circle? Do we love beyond our circle of family, of friends, of our parish, of our town, of our country? Are those that we find unacceptable? Are we willing to love beyond that in our life? Jesus is so right about our children. We are so consumed with buying them the best things in life. Are we teaching them to become consumers, or are we teaching them a simpler way of life? A simpler life. A life of family time, of friends, of sharing, and of serving one another. Is Jesus right, or are we smarter?